Hey, how's it going everybody? It's me, Scott. Welcome to One Last Hand. Welcome back to ISS Vanguard. Last time out we were really struggling to move the story forward. I've done as much research as I can. Between episodes I've been back to all of the planets that we were on and still not been able to move it forward. And I think what's happened is in the app there is a thing called the flag editor, and when you go to these it tells you whether you've done bits and pieces. I suspect I missed something. A flag got ticked and now I can't get back to the piece of information I need, so I've done my best to go in and clear this out, and I think we need to start with log 445.
Captain's log, entry D215.
I won't lie. That ancient war machine buried deep under the surface of the planet, it caught us by surprise. From now on, we need to expect more surprises like this one. The technology was unmistakably identical to the defense emplacements built around the Eye of the Void. Whatever the builder's plan was, this young race does its best to make sure no one can follow up on it. Who knows how powerful they are, and how many systems they control. Having such a warlike species in our part of the galaxy fills me with unease. Just like the fact that each piece of their technology we found so far seemed millennia old. If they could build things like that ages ago, who knows how powerful they are now. The codename our science team has for them is the Aggregators. An apt name, considering they seem to be hell-bent on claiming every world for themselves. Let us hope they haven't already claimed half of the galaxy.
Okay, so we already have an Aggregator on Brimstone, I think it is, floating around that we've been trying to avoid. Once we're a little bit stronger, maybe we'll go back and try and take them out. But if we hit proceed now, what happens? Congratulations, you've completed planetary exploration. Are you on Everstorm? No. And then it goes back to this piece. So if we then go to 444, this says congratulations. So this is a liftoff from one of the other planets. Are you on Everstorm? No. Back to this. That doesn't do anything for us. But 444 in the logbook, what's really interesting about it is if you go to 445 in the logbook, 445 is up here. It says go to 421, then go to 444. So if we go to 444, we've obviously just done this. We're on log 19. If we go to 444 here, it says go to log. The first one says go to log 510, then go to log 19. This, I think, is taking us. If we go to 444 here, it's saying that we've done log 510, even though log 510 isn't there. Now, I wonder if I'm meant to have done something on Everstorm, but I can't go back to it because it told us to remove the card. So either way, we're going to log 510. I think I messed up, but hopefully, two things. Hopefully this doesn't take us too far off track, and it doesn't mean that there's flags that aren't checked that need to be checked, or flags that shouldn't be checked yet that are checked. That's going to cause us more problems through the story. What I'm going to start doing is logging what I've done and following through in the logbook at the same time going forward. So 510, here we go.
Congratulations, away team. Another job well done. Just so you know, we're preparing a welcome party once you're aboard.
Much appreciated, Captain.
What's your progress?
We're about to finish our slingshot maneuver around the planet. It should launch us right into Vanguard's interception course. The current estimate is...
Collision alert. Brace for evasive maneuver.
Away team, we lost your feed. What's happening? Come in, away team.
Phew, that was a close one. We almost hit something in the upper orbit. Something like an artificial satellite? It was partially cloaked.
A satellite? Here? This planet had no advanced civilization. This means...
Sir, we could make another go around the planet and try to take a closer look.
No, away team. You've risked enough for today. Get back home. We'll send another team to fetch this thing. Wayman out.
Okay, proceed. Congratulations, you've completed this planetary exploration. Move Research Project 09, the Black Knight, from the research projects to the awaiting envelope. So I've taken it out of the awaiting envelope, but we have that there. Move objective card 0003 cloaked satellite from the bridge card to the awaiting envelope. So let's just quickly run through this. The first mission that we had was to go to Pellucid and complete that. We did that. The next one we had was to go to Brimstone, Matchstick, Everstorm and Atropis. Now Atropis, we haven't been there. We didn't have to go to all of these in theory. We could have done what we needed to do to move this forward. So we're now saying that we've done this and we are moving on to this one. This one may be not great. This is Cloaked Satellite. And what it says here is objective, research the R09 research project, the Black Knight, the strange satellite we brought from orbit of the previous world seems connected to the Eye of the Void. We get 3 energy, that's what this command tokens, but 2 situations now. So this is going to go into our book here. And I think if we click OK here, are you on Everstorm? No. Proceed. We're now in a place where we can carry on. So that's good. That's good news, right? I think after all that we can maybe move the story forward, which will be nice. Got a bit of a problem with the close-up camera, so just bear that in mind. I'll have to hold cards up here then do that. So what do we do? Let's bring this over here. I can still zoom in on these things if I can figure out what's the right button. One of these is a button. Hold on. This one, will this help? Not really. Okay, so the bridge phase. Take all bridge cards, objective cards, secondary tech cards out of the awaiting envelope. So we did get a bridge card, which is this one here, which is the Vindicator cannon. The Vanguard is now ready for battle. Some story events will check if this card is in the bridge. A massive hull-mounted energy cannon capable of punching through a small moon or clearing the way for a field of debris. So we can tuck this into our... I'm going to tuck it down here because this is kind of physical stuff in the ship. Appreciate you couldn't really see that. Maybe this is the one. There we go. So I've tucked it down here as our kind of physical stuff in the ship. There's a lot of these over here. Maybe it's meant to be in here. These are all travel ones. Aha. So this and this are meant to be in the other side. I see what's happening here. Okay. So these are meant to go over here. I'm going to tuck them down the bottom because they're just easier for me to read down here. But now, whenever we need to check for travel, we can. Great. Sorry if you've been seeing that since the beginning and it's been annoying you. Okay. Envelope, blah, blah, blah. Bridge upgrade. Texts are inserted on the reverse side of the traveler places, and the reverse side, it does say that. Okay. If the slot you are inserting the card into is full, move the existing card from the slot bridge card tray. Okay. Exception, if the tech level is lower than your current tech level, remove it from the game instead. Our tech level is 3 currently. Generate command token. Place the number of command tokens. So we now get 3. Okay. And a number of energy tokens. Now I don't know if energy tokens are meant to carry over or not. If you don't use them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Check the morale and bridge upgrade card. So we've got 5 here. We also get 1 for our solar panels. So that's 6. Now I do have 2 that were in the reserve. I don't know whether I'm allowed to use them. I'm going to have a look at the end of the book to see if it says remove them or not. Okay, what else do we get? Whenever you have 3 or fewer success, we've got a whole bunch of success. I have not been upgrading because I figured at some point we're going to upgrade our people. Most of our people are level 1, apart from the odd 1 or 2 who are level 2, and they can have more dice. So I haven't been upgrading because I wanted to try and pick and choose what we do. Okay, check the morale. Morale doesn't change our thing here. We need some situations. That's what they're called. Possible situations. Now I also feel like at times I've put the one possible situation in the wrong slot. So we might have ones we shouldn't have yet, and we might have ones that we should. This possible situation: tensions, small scale quarrels boil over into heated online discussions. Lose 1 success and move this card to the awaiting envelope, or each section moves 1 available crew member to the resting crew. When solved, you may assign one crew member to raise morale. That seems important to me. Okay, and the next one is food shortage. That's a problem in space. The biomass fabricators are malfunctioning. A sizable portion of the food they make is inedible. We must redirect some of our manufacturing capacity to repair these machines or reduce our rotations. Lower morale and move this card to the awaiting envelope. Lose 2 energy and move this card to the awaiting envelope. When solved, this situation cannot be solved. What? So it just carries on? This is an ongoing forever thing, is it? Well, that seems bad. Okay, great. So we've got 2 situations. Check situations, reveal new situations, draw a number of situations. We didn't have any in the bag to begin with, but obviously we've drawn 2 new ones. Read these situations, but do not resolve their effects. Prepare the planetary scanner. Return the landing card. Well, it is empty. Go to star map. Okay. Star map. Fly ISS Vanguard. Open the systems map book. It's over here. I don't know what one I went to last, but I don't suppose that matters too much. Well, it probably does actually, but okay. Open the system map book on the page indicated. We don't really know where we're going, right? Because at the moment we've just got this thing going on. So I guess we could fly somewhere different, right? Where can we go from here? Outbound systems. We could go to MP212, page 8. Have I been to MP212? No. Mermaid. We could fly here. This system moves in the opposite direction to the rest of the stars in the cluster. Okay. There is no landing thing here. That's a problem, right? I think that's a problem. What happens if you don't land? Scan planet. You may assign one. Warning: if you end this step without a landing card in the planetary scanner. Oh no, there isn't a landing thing in here. So that's a problem, right? We fly here, it costs us 1 energy. Is that right? So we fly here, it costs us 1 energy. We can do some bits and pieces here. Then we have to fly back. So I wonder if I'm better just staying where I am. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe we go back to one that has lots of potential. Okay, we are here. Sorry, I'm not showing you the actual book. We are here. How do we get back to 81 Inf? We can just fly there. So I'm going to fly to Brimstone, I think, again. Okay, so that's where we've flown to. And that cost us 1 energy, because it would cost us 2, but because of our travel, we can get rid of one of these. Okay, perfect. Then fly to a new system, choose an outbound system. If it depicts a landing icon, take the listed landing card and place it in the planetary scanner. Note, if this destination lists a landing card that's no longer in the game, you cannot land there. Warning: if you end this step without a landing card in the planetary scanner, immediately read the adrift section. Doesn't sound great. Okay, so we are here, and we are going to. So we've got 5 energy. We obviously want to go to Brimstone, but before we do that, we should have a little look. I am going to grab the Brimstone card just because I'm a firm believer that we've been to these planets before. If we really wanted to, we could write these things down. But we did all the research when we landed on Brimstone. So I'm going to say that we can see that and see what would happen if we tried to land on Brimstone again, or what we need. So we know that there's orbital debris, and we know these bits and pieces. So I'm going to tuck this one in here because maybe we'll go to Brimstone. We'll see, maybe we'll try and take on that big old Behemoth, but who knows. So we're here. We know we're going to take no energy to land here. How much would it have taken? It would have taken 2. Maybe I'll say that it still takes our energy to do that, but we'd have to go through the whole rigmarole. I'll figure it out as we go. Okay. A vast body of liquid water, so we can assign 1 crew to go to log 263. Do we want to do that? I've got a load of scientists. Let's do that. Let's get rid of Ayumi here. We're going to 263. If we found out that we've already been to 263, then maybe we'll backtrack, but it's it's a little tough to keep track of. 263.
Mission time 5 minutes 21 seconds.
The waves are even stronger than recon and science described. Our lander is in constant danger of sinking, but we must believe it will prevail. We're diving in a minute.
Mission time 41 minutes 10 seconds.
The tides are troublesome. We are getting pushed around and almost crashed into rocks several times. It's hard to stay in one place long enough to take samples.
Mission time 2 hours 12 minutes 55 seconds.
Finally, we've gathered something interesting. A sponge-like organism and some porous rocks that resemble Earth's coral reefs.
Mission time 3 hours 35 minutes 18 seconds.
Damn! We can't lift off! The engines are flooded! We need help!
Okay, we have definitely done this before, so we're not going to gain any of that stuff, because I remember doing this before. We could assign 2 crew members to get a mineral discovery and move it to gathered discoveries. I think we've done that before as well. From time to time, this scorching gas giant flings plumes of molten metal into the exosphere. This would take 3 energy, which we have. Shall we do this one? So go to log 291.
Engineering report 81INF1C13.
The hazardous conditions of 1C required the use of jetpacks to allow users to move precisely and fast. We spent a lot of time and resources preparing the equipment so that it didn't require years of experience to operate, or special training that the recon section receives. We succeeded in this field and constructed a simplified version of a jetpack stuffed with electronics that perform many tasks that the user had to do manually before. That was the only thing we succeeded in. The whole 1C project was a fiasco otherwise, and it brought us nothing but a loss of energy. Oh, and the recon guys decided to stick with their old jetpack design, despite it being clearly harder to use. They complained that when using a more automated version, the feeling just wasn't the same. Whatever that means.
Okay. I'm glad I went there. You may assign 1 crew member to gain 1 mineral discovery in gathered discoveries. I think I will. Let's get rid of Koyasin over here. And we will get 1 mineral discovery. What is it? It is a melted crystalline structure. It has no apparent use, but our researchers should find it interesting. Gathered discoveries. Okay, great. So that's this one done. We are now ready to land, so we can move on from this. Okay. Go to ship facilities. So we want to deal with these situations, right? Although I think some are better than the others. You may assign 1 crew member to raise morale, shuffle this card into possible situations. The other one is lower morale, or lose 2 energy to move this to the awaiting envelope. I'm going to spend our last 2 energy that we had left over. Again, I'm going to find out at the end of this whether we can keep it or not. But so we're going to the situation room. So that's one of these, and the situation room is page 17. Let's just follow this through. At some point, I'm going to figure out how to use this book without worrying about it, right? So I am doing the. Let me just see. Have I got the people to spend on this? 2 shields, no. Eyeballs, no. Nothing else. Okay. So we're doing this one with the 2 energy. Okay, so we can assign 1 or more crew members to be supervisors. So I'm guessing I can do this one by assigning a supervisor to do this. Oh no, okay, so this would happen next time. I see what's happening here. So I can't do anything with this. This just goes in my awaiting envelope, and then next time we take it out, we have to do one of these. So both of these, this is just going to keep coming round, is what you're telling me. Don't see that there's any way that I can solve that one. So, okay, with that being the case, let's go and do this one. We're just doing this as the when solved effect. So we get to assign one crew member to raise morale, but I need to have those symbols, or do I? I don't, because of this. No, I do. And I don't have those symbols. Did I have those symbols on anyone? No? Okay. Do I just put these both in the thing? I'll have to deal with both of them, which is lose 2 energy and lose 1 success. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I won't do either of these. Okay, we're back. We're back. We're back over here at the room. I'm going to take my command token back. We're ignoring that. We're going to do some research and stuff, I think. First things first, you know what I am going to do? I'm going to go to the barracks, I think, and get some more peeps. So in our research lab, we've only got one thing. We haven't got anything else. We've got some more production projects. So I think we can go to the barracks 16. I'm going to spend one of these to go to page 16, which is the barracks. Players may transfer their available crew members between sections. Okay, so if we move someone who's leveled up or ranked up, we would lose their thing. I don't know if I want to lose any. Train recruits. You may assign one crew member of rank 3. I don't have any. Draft new. Take 5 random recruit cards and place them nearby. Note that the current morale in high, take 6. Then, in any order, by security section, choose one. Okay, so we're going to grab a handful of randoms from here. Okay, we have Giovanna Nelli, we have Mark Paulson, we have Francesca Potter, we have Evelyn Castillo, and we have Willow Baker. Okay, so who have we got? We've got an eyeball here. Now we could do the situation room. Interesting. Okay, so we're definitely going to take you, and I guess we're definitely going to put you in science. Okay, so you're coming here, and we've already got a load of people in science, but you're going there. Okay. You are likely to be security, I think. Yeah, let's put you in security. Is that this one? I can't quite recall. Where are my boards? Engineering. Security is blue. Perfect. So we're going to put Francesca Potter in blue. During a dice check, if at least 2 results in the roll pool are Vanguard, spend 1 charge to move all dice with a accident result to the spent pool. Not sure I'm completely sold on that, but fine. Okay, we've already got, I guess, a compass in here would be good. Spend 1 charge to ignore the 1 time track progression. I like that one. Spend 1 charge to ignore the result of 1 danger die. I like that one as well. Okay, so we're going to give you recon, I think. Okay, Mark Paulson is recon. And that means we've got 1 left to go in engineering. And engineering is either going to be Nelly or Willow. During a dice check, spend 1 to ignore the results of all of your injury die. That's quite nice. Grit, or you're a soldier. Let's take Willow, I think. Although, do we have any of these? We don't. Putting you in here as a science person doesn't make a huge amount of sense, but I think I'm okay with it. Let's put you in the right place. Okay. That means we've got different symbols. Willow, sorry, your time is not now, but that is our barracks situation done. Now we could go to the situation room, which is here still. Let me just see if I can make this work now. So resolve 1 situation and assign 1 person with an eyeball. Evelyn. You may assign 1 crew member to raise morale. Shuffle this into the possible situations. I will, as it turns out. So you're being assigned, and possible situations is you. Okay. So that means we get to raise our morale by 1, which is huge, because a high morale means we get an extra command token. Okay. Now, we can't do the other situation, right? Lower morale. I mean, we could, but it's just going to go back into the awaiting envelope, so we don't do anything with it. Okay, that takes us to research or production? Production. Right? Hold on. Didn't we have... No, so it's production. RC09? R09. No, we did have a research card. We needed a research card. What did I do with it? Hold on a second. The point of us moving this forward was a research card, right? What did I do with that research card? Bear with me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Somehow I managed to put the research project that we needed back in the situation, so into the possible research. So we are going to spend our last command token going to research, because if we can move this forward, we'll know what we're meant to do, right? So we have to put this in somewhere, take all research projects out of the awaiting envelope and insert them. So we want to go somewhere where we can actually do it. So what about taking compass and shield? Have we got those? Yeah, we have. Let's take you two and we'll put you. So this cost is 3 and it's a builder's project, whereas this is bio. So if I tuck this in here, that's everything we need to move that forward, because then complete a research project, pay the discovery cost to complete 1 research project on page 9. So we're going to do this one, which is these 2. So we can put you in the resting, and that means we get this completed. Then you may assign crew members to do lab work. Choose a slot on page 9 and assign available crew members whose convert icons. Do I have to pay the discovery cost of any potential research project? So I could just pay for this one, right? We've done this one. This one's free. But I can use the people to do that, and I can just pay a microorganism to do this one. Have I got a microorganism? Would you believe? No? Is there any? Oh, hold on, I've missed one. Have I got a microorganism? Mineral, live specimen, mineral. Let's put these in some kind of order, shall we? 100 live specimen ones. Strange flora. And another mineral. No microorganism. Well, that sucks. So we're not moving this one forward. Although I could have done them the other way around, right? I could pay for you because you're free. So let's get these guys back. Use the compass and then do the science one to complete. Oh no, I still need to pay for it, right? So that doesn't help me. So we're just completing this one. We'll keep our peeps over here, because that doesn't help me at all, but we're just completing this. So the Black Knight, the device seems to have been made by the builders and employs the same camouflage method as the Eye of the Void. We should study it immediately. Grants a bridge upgrade. Go to log 730.
You called, Doctor?
We're almost ready to power up, Captain. Please stand behind the line.
Are you sure it's safe? What if this satellite was a trap?
Unlikely. As you can see, it is the product of the same technology as the Eye of the Void. It even uses the exact same cloaking mechanism. If some orbital debris hadn't damaged it, we would never find it. We do not fully understand the technology of the builders, but this device only contained a power source, an array of sensors aimed at the planet, and the part you now see in front of you. A part that we believe was responsible for relaying the readings from the planet to some other distant place.
To the Eye of the Void? Do you think that's what the builders used to spy on us?
It is highly possible. Ever since we received their message, we wondered how the Eye could get a hold of the Earth's radio and TV transmissions. We are too far for any signal to reach it yet. Many of us speculated there had to be an observer, a device capable of spying on us and relaying our transmissions with hyper-light speed. It seems that's what your away team has found in orbit. An observer tasked with watching the planet they explored.
Only one way to know for sure, right?
Correct. Please stand back, Captain. Are we green, Josh? Let's get this thing online.
Switching it on in 3, 2, 1.
Another recorded message.
No, the relay seems to receive this in real time. But how...
Hello, can you read us? Is it you, Vanguard? Well, I'll be damned.
Oh no, is this like a time thing? Is this is Vanguard in a different Vanguard? Gain 1 success. Don't mind if I do.
Captain's log. Entry D629.
Never have I seen such joy turn into despair in such a brief time. We were surprised and overjoyed when Earth picked up the phone on the other end. Our travels took us further and further from home, and no communication was able to catch up. Fortunately, the FTL probe we sent to Earth after our preliminary findings at the Eye of the Void found its way home. When confronted with the message from the Builders, Earth's leading scientists came to the same conclusion as we did. They realized something had to spy on Earth, intercepting its transmissions and relaying them to the Eye, making it possible for the Eye to communicate with us once we arrived. They scoured every inch of the solar system and eventually located our own Black Knight, right in Earth's orbit. They dismantled it, studied it, and quickly discovered its most perplexing element, a quantum entanglement relay for near-instant communication. When we powered our relay, theirs was already working, waiting, scanning for any signal. Now we had a way to communicate with our home world instantly. I couldn't keep this a secret. After we finished high-level meetings and briefings with the Vanguard Initiative executives on Earth, I allowed every last crew member of ISS an hour of uplinks time to speak to their families and close ones, if they wished. Our mission had no set end date. We were to explore until we learned all about the Builders, their steelies, and their message. This meant those of us who still harbored hope of ever seeing their families now lost it. Their ability to speak to their close ones once more was a godsend. Somewhere in the middle of tearful reunions and goodbyes, I received an urgent call from the Vanguard Initiative office. Top secret. Only me and the section leader stayed on the bridge. Our reports from the destroyed planet Pellucid startled them. There was something wrong going on with Earth's core. A structure was growing deep within our planet, eerily similar to the one that doomed Pellucid. The Earth was set to repeat the same fate, ripped from inside by crystalline growth. Only Vanguard could learn what it was, and how to stop it. Somehow, this news quickly found its way to the crew. I'm not sure whether it's good or bad. Now we all share the same grim determination. Our mission became a race against time. The only chance we have to save our planet is to unlock the legacy the Builders spoke of, or gather knowledge that would help stem the crystal before it's too late. We need to step up our search and discover many more steelies as soon as possible. I already ordered our engineers to install a new detector, tuned to the unique signature of the steelies. This will take time, though. In the meantime, we should explore some more.
Okay. Take the bridge upgrade B03. Okay, B03. Bridge upgrade. B03. Long range steely detection. There it is. And place it in the awaiting envelope. Okay. Shuffle in ship situation card. Oh, this is going to be bad news, right? Future situations. S16. That's not that's not what we were looking for. Hold on. Future situation. I was about to shuffle some research in. S16. Okay. That goes into the possible situations. Okay. Important. Your new bridge upgrade will become Let's just make sure I've done this correctly. B03, B16, yeah, done. Important, your new bridge upgrade will become available during the next ship management once you install it. You will also receive your new campaign objective. Hint, if you have not completed at least a couple of research production projects, consider using research lab and construction complex facilities some more before you progress the campaign. I mean, we have, but I wonder if we take a team of people to Brimstone and see what we can do about this agitator thingy, whatever it's called. Can anyone remember what the log was I just went to? Because I want to check it in the book and I can't remember what it was. It was in the thingamajig card, right? The research card that I just did. Is this the one? Yes, 730. So we're just going to double check in the book in case there's anything else that this says. Gain 1 success. Go to log 735. 735. Take the B03, take the S16, your bridge card, hint if you haven't completed any. So there's nothing really for us to do until the next ship phase. I think let's just tidy up what we've got here and put these back in our bag. Let's go to the end of this because we can't do any of these things. We can't do the situation room. We're into the hangar situation. Okay. So we'll tuck that back in there. We'll tuck the bridge upgrade in there. Okay, what have we got going on? Take all lander gear. We've got them here. Less worried about installing these, but we'll just tuck these in here for now. Utility one can go in there. Okay, what else do we need to do? We need to install lander mods and choose a lander. Now you are in need of repair. Can I repair you? I don't think I've got an alien tech. I don't have an alien tech. So I cannot repair you just yet, but we do have better ships to land with. So maybe we'll take the Dragonfly. But we know there's debris, which means we probably need shields. So maybe we'll just take this. It's a rubbish one, but maybe we just take the Space Ranger, right? It's just easy to use. It's a starting planet. We don't need to worry about it too much. There's the Dragonfly. There's the Space Ranger. We'll take the Space Ranger with us. Okay. We'll put these over here. Okay. Install lander mods. Take all lander mod cards out of the awaiting envelope. Repair landers. Choose a lander. Customize a lander with landing mods. Okay. What do we want to take? So we know that we are going to take shields. So maybe I do take the Dragonfly. Is that the one that was better? I can't remember. Hold on. Dragonfly is 0 shield anyway. So let's not worry about that. We'll take our heavy plating as a structural mod. And then we can move the landing marker along quicker. Plus supplies. The lander mod crew cores. We have to get rid of this, but everyone can refresh their die once, which could be useful based on the fact that we're really going down for some horrendous combat, right? I can't remember what the old aggregator does, but okay, I think that's us done. So we've got our landing mods installed. Customize lander, mission launch procedure. Record your current planet. We've done all of that. Clean up the planet board. Prepare the away team. Load the lander. Take all of the equipment cards from the armory and place them in. So I'm just going to put a pause in and we'll figure that out. Okay, we are back and we have everything set up. We're taking a full quota of people today. It's pretty hectic on the table, I have to say. We've got all of our equipment laid out. We've got all of our cards laid out. We've got all of our dice and people going. Let's just have a run through who we're taking. We're taking Constantine Plank. He is our science team member. And during a dice check, spend 1 charge to ignore the result of an injury die. Science expertise, equally at home in a beer garden as the storm wreck surfaces an alien planet, Constantine finds unbridled joy in even the most dangerous and uncertain situations. Well, good luck for you, mate. It's rumoured that he lost many friends and family to war when he was just a child. If we can't have fun on this suicide mission, when can we? Okay, Constantine, well, congratulations. Next we have Samath Rampakash, our second level 2. I don't think I built the deck for a level 2, interestingly. Samath has always seen a little deeper than most, often to his detriment. Sequences, patterns, recurring numbers, hidden symbols and concealed meanings. It all makes sense to Samath, and he made quite a few enemies, weaponizing his perceptive mind to gambling and gaming. Now he uses those uncanny skills aboard Vanguard, deciphering alien runes. I thought he was a level 1, so before we start I'll put another pause in and we'll just try and rebuild his deck to have some better cards in. We've got Juromai Gulubov. Oh, I didn't tell you. During his die check, spend one charge to turn one die to a chosen side. Pretty useful. And then we have Juromai's grumpy attitude doesn't always win the crew's hearts. Yet no one can say they don't like him. He's straightforward and He's straightforward and sincere, not science. And most of all, he does everything he can to make Vanguard's mission a success. Spend one charge to assist with 2 dice instead of 1. After the dice check, return those to your available dice. Okay. This is Edward Maul. Spend 1 charge to assist with 2 dice instead of 1. Interesting. After the dice check, return those to yours. Defense expert. Edward is part of a team responsible for training with the future Vanguard's crew. To his surprise, Project Superiors considered his coaching abilities needed in the mission, and he was chosen instead of his charges. So he's coming on. Hopefully he doesn't die, because then we'll have no one to train anyone. And we've got some equipment. So I guess the highlights of our equipment is this one down here is our defense system. Place a defense, a blue and a red die. Place a defense system marker and place 3 markers on this card. This counts as an action. You may discard 1 marker from this card to ignore 1 time track progression on a threat card in your sector. Sounds huge, right? This is the threat in the sector that we are landing on. We're all on this space when we land, which is great. The other things that we've got, crew members can assist us from other locations. So if we move up here, crew members will still be able to assist the people fighting. So you're aware, this sector here says each crew member who ends their turn here must spend a die. What else have we got that's of interest? I guess this one here is crew members can assist with any card. This is our portable lab. I think that's everything. Let's just talk about the Behemoth, shall we? Can I zoom in on this? Oh no, that's not going to do it. Let's zoom in down here. So this is the Behemoth, as you may well remember. We're going to have to put 5 success on this green bar to get to log 40. Successes come from a strength plus a defense, or a red and 2 blues. So a lot of dice rolling needed over here. But if everyone's in the same place and we can ignore the threat track, we might have a chance. But bear in mind, this guy is going to travel if there are new crew members in the sector. Each crew member in the sector, when it attacks, attack each crew member in the sector with the Aggregator Behemoth, which means we have to spend a die. If there are none, travel. Okay, and move the bottom one. And then the bottom one is when this is full or comes off the end, each crew member in the sector with the Aggregator spends a die, discards a die entirely, and gains a wounded injury. A wounded injury is when you roll this symbol, you have to spend a die. So if we can get this done quickly, we might have the quickest mission that we've ever had in this playthrough, and maybe we'll get out of here without danger, but probably unlikely. The other thing we have got is this this energy shield, which I will just point out as well. During a dice check, you may place this card in a roll pool in your sector, and it adds a strength and a shield. That's this one here. So that would give us 1 success instantly. then I'd have to return that card to the armory. So that's pretty nice. But before we do anything else, we have to land, which means we go to 267.
Vanguard, we are detecting substantial amounts of space debris on our approach vector, beginning evasive maneuvers.
Feel like we've been here before. Okay, does the lander have 4 armor? It does, and 4 thrusters? It does not. Okay, place the marker on the S space. We've done that. And then we roll the danger die. Here we go. We're about to lose all of our equipment after we spent so long. Optimal trajectory. Huge. Is that the right one? No, hold on. That's 3 instead of 4. Fire. Not huge. Extinguish if the armor is 4 or not. Extinguish. If the armor is 4 or more, 1 crew member gets rid of a die, 1 crew member gets a burned injury, or return 2 random equipment. So I think we'll get the burned injury. So who are we least worried about? I guess you. We do have someone with a computer die, which is terrible for this Behemoth. So we're going to get rid of yours here. That's the wrong box. Hold on. Put you in there, and you are going to get a burned injury, which I'll tuck down here for now. Okay. Not ideal, but okay. So we are extinguishing. Is it 4 or more? Yes. 1 crew member loses a die. Are these a separate thing? Hold on. Was that a separate thing? I'm going to have to check that again. This one, fire. Continue. Extinguish if it's 4 or more, 1 crew member. Oh, okay. Otherwise, we get a burned injury. So we don't get a burned injury. It was a 1 thing. Okay. No, it's not there. This moves along 1. Now, what do they take? Crew quarters. Crew members in the sector concealed with the lander or connected to the lander sector or in the lander sector refresh all of their dice. So we can get all of our dice back after a round of checks if we all stay in the same place. So we progressed. We haven't reached it yet. We're going to have to roll the lander die again. It's a single thing. A critical hit. That sounds bad. Expose the cockpit. If the armor plating is 4 or more, each crew member spends a die. Otherwise, each crew member gains a wounded injury. Expose the cargo bay. Lose 2 supplies. And return 2 random equipment. Now, here's the question for you. Do you think we can get rid of supplies? Do you think we can do all the successes we're going to need to do without these supplies? Quite possibly. I'm going to lose 2 supplies, I think. We've lost our 2 supplies. We move the landing marker 1 again. It still hasn't reached where we need to be. This sucks so bad. Okay, 3 again. Great. Extinguish if 4 or more, 1 crew member spends a die. I guess we should get rid of the green dice because we just don't really need them for what we're trying to achieve, right? So let's get rid of one of yours. This one? Yeah, this one. Okay, that is us done. We have extinguished. Yes, it is. 1 crew member loses a die. And this goes down to the end. We have successfully landed. Roll a d10 and check the result. Great. Oh, hold on. Does this mean the Behemoth might not actually... Oh, God, it's right at the bottom of our little pot. It's a 5. Place the Dust Storm threat card in the indicated space on the planet board. Place the Dust Storm standee in Sector 4. If the dust storm is the first threat you've encountered, it's not. What the heck does a dust storm threat look like? You know where I thought this was going to be easy? Turns out we might be in trouble. So the book does have a whole thing around who are and what are our threats. So the dust storm is pretty straightforward. Just the question is, where is it in this little bag? Hold on 1 second. I'm going to have to pour all of these out. Here is the dust storm. That is going up there. Great. Okay, we'll put you back over there. Let me put all these back in a bag. Okay. We might still be able to get rid of this thing before the dust storm reaches us, right? Maybe. Who knows? Okay, threat cards. I've got them somewhere. We need the Dust Storm. Dust Storm. Okay. What does the Dust Storm do then? Here we go. Dust Storm. Shifting and unpredictable, the storm will try and catch you by surprise. Counter spin, move Dust Storm to the lowest numbered connected center. Clockwise spin, move the Dust Storm to the highest number connected center. Gale, each crew member in the sector with a Dust Storm has to spend 3 die. And it's going to be counter spin, counter spin. Okay, I mean, we want to stay where we are, so we'll put this one here, and we'll put a little time track on next to you. And we'll put this one here, and we'll put a little time track next to you. Okay, I think we're ready to go. I'm just going to quickly put a pause in, rebuild our recon deck, and then we'll be right back. Okay, I think after an hour or 50 minutes or so, we are finally ready to go. So we've got everything set up we need to. We are landing here. I'll tuck us to the side here just so you know that we're all on this space, but I suspect we'll be able to zoom in a tad, maybe a tad too much. Okay, is that a little bit better? Not really. Let's just shift this up a touch. There you go. I want to try and keep this in. I'm going to put this down here a little bit, so maybe it's just in eye line a little bit, because I doubt we're going to be moving a huge amount. Okay, so it's our go. What do we want to do? Well, I think it makes sense for the security to go first. During a dice check, you may place this card in the roll pool, so we know we've got that success. Place the defense marker, which I had and now I've lost. What the heck did I do with the defense marker? Why am I so disorganized? I had it. Oh, here it is. Place the defense marker in your sector and place 3 markers on this tile. This counts as an action. You may discard 1 marker from this to ignore the time track on a threat. So we're going to put this here, like so. That's our first action. We're going to put 3 markers on here. And when we use one, we'll take one off there. So that's our first action. Our second action is going to be... I can get the Behemoth over here so you can see it. Our second action is going to be to try and attack the Behemoth with you. We're going to roll all 4 of our red die and 2 of our blue die for you. So that's 1 set of dice rolls. Now, we have crew members in your sector may assist with any number of cards. That's the portable lab. But I don't know if that's just on her turn. We have this card here, which we'll add, which is during a dice check, you may place this card in your crew member on any crew member in your sector, including yourself, to get 1 success. So I'm going to do that to begin with. Let's move these out of the way a little bit. And I am going to say on this guy, we're already up to 1 success because of that. Okay. Now, we do have... Other crew members may assist you from other sectors. That's not helpful. We have our defense system up. If you gain a wounded or critically wounded or burned, so we can have people assist us. But I think we can only use 1 die. Oh no, crew members... So the portable lab is crew members in your sector may assist with any number of cards, whereas the... I think that's it. So we're going to use... the red die from I'm going to tuck these down here just for my benefit. They're ahead of, let's zoom out a little bit so you can see it, I guess. They're above the sector area. So you're going to assist with that one. Do we want to assist, do we want to do anything with Vanguard dice? I mean, I'm a little worried already as it is. I do have a couple of rerolls. We're going to put this one up here because this is a shield. So we'll put it here, but this is a shield. So we've got another shield in our result straight away. which means if I roll, I need 2 more blue dice. So let's put, how many? Let's put these 2 blue ones in, because that gives us, when we're doing this, we need 2 reds and 2 blues. So that would give us at least another one. Okay, I think that's everything I can do. We do have the any number of cards situation, so I think this is everything. Let's roll these first. Okay, that's not great, but we do have another success here, so let's keep these up here. So that would be 2 successes. We've got a Vanguard, which can count as anything, and you make a shield with these, with red ones of these. Okay, so I need to re-roll certainly this one, which we'll use our during a dice check card. So we'll re-roll this one. That is a shield, so that can be a shield and a strength. So that would be 3. So let's assume we've spent that. Okay, we've still got this one, so I've got re-roll any die. So we're going to re-roll this. 2 Vanguards, that's huge, right? That's 2 successes, so that can go there as well. Right, that leaves us with these, which I can't do much with. However, we need to roll these ones. So that's nothing. And this one is nothing, but we can re-roll that, right? Crew members in your can assist with any number, so we'll use this one to re-roll any die. That's not what we needed. However, in this situation, right, we have a red and 2 blues, which is what we need. Yep. So that is that, as far as I can tell. Let's just check. So that's 1 success because we rolled a red and 2 blues. That's 1 success for the 2 Vanguards. So that would be 1, 2. That's 1 success for that. That's a shield, and we can convert them into, a strength, and we can convert them into shield. So that's that. And then we've got this card here, which is going back to the armory, which is that. We go to log 40. I said this was going to be, for the amount of time it's taken me to set this up, this has been, it was always going to be pretty quick, right? So all of these, oh, hold on. One of these isn't your die. Oh, that must be yours. And all of these go back in here. Okay. Right. Go to log 40.
Away team, exploration report 5-8D.
The object proved exceedingly resilient to all our weaponry.
Not that resilient.
But we managed to disable it. As we approached the smoldering wreckage, at first we focused only on its unfamiliar biomechanical construction. Then we noticed it. A symbol on one of the armored plates. Eerily similar to the one we're wearing on our dog tags. A sign from the wreckage discovered on Earth. Now the heart of our ship. What could possibly connect this hulk with our ship?
I don't know. What could? Proceed. Gain 1 success. Okay. Gain 4 alien tech leads. Oh, come on. We need an alien tech for some research. What we got? We have 1 success. 2, 0, but gain a card. 3, nothing. God damn it. 4, nothing. Oh, come on. So 1 alien. Oh, hold on. Gain 4 alien tech leads. So great. These will go up here as well. Okay, well that was great. Thanks for that. You should be over here. Okay. Remove from the game the toppling of the Titan's secondary objective from the bridge, or from the awaiting envelope. Okay. Where is that? So, toppling the Titan has been removed. Interesting. Don't get anything from it, we just get to topple it. 016, so that goes in there. If it's there, discard the Aggregator, Behemoth, and its Fret card. Okay. Gain 4 alien techs. Remove the toppling of the Behemoth, the Titan secondary objective from the bridge section of the ship book. If it's there, discard the Aggregator, Behemoth. Okay, that's everything. I'm just going to go to log 40 in the logbook. Not that I'm paranoid or anything, but let's just check that it doesn't say anything else. I'm sure it doesn't, but log 40. Gain 1 success, gain 4 alien tech leads, remove from the game the toppling objective of that from the bridge section of the ship book. Envelope, discard the Behemoth, mark in box log 970. I'm going to write this down. Okay, 970 is logged. I'm just going to quickly check the flag editor here. The Behemoth fell is logged. Okay, so we're happy with that. So that's that done. Now, this stays here. Let's put our little cards down here. You have finished your turn, right? So your turn is unavailable. We get to draw an event card, which says low visibility. If you are in one of these sectors, there's more sectors over here. Hold on. We are in one of them. Lose 1 supply or roll the danger die. Okay, we're down to 3 supplies. We're okay with that. We don't have to advance the time track, so that's good news. Now, do we want to carry on doing anything, or do we want to get out of here? I'm half tempted to say let's get out of here, but I'm not 100% sure, because we could do with an alien tech lead. We do have this cave up here that we could go and do anything with. Now, the time track didn't advance. Let's put you over here. The time track didn't advance, so you don't move forward in any way. Okay. So you are done. For each crew member who ends their turn in this sector discards a die. Okay. We'll get rid of that one. Now, do we want to go here and try and clear this cave? Quite possibly, right? We need spanners. Does anyone have any spanners? Not really. Or blue and red die. So maybe we can send science up there. What does it take to travel? To travel, we roll a die and move to connect a sector. If we get an accident, we have to roll the danger die. Okay. Let's put this here. So, I think we move with the scientist. This seems like a lot, but there's no reason why we can't do it, right? Do we go with recon first? Maybe. You do have blue and red. Okay. Okay, we're going to go with Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. What have we got that can help us? Okay, let's move recon up here. We're going to roll a die. That's going to be a... Don't suppose it matters really. That's fine. Okay, so that does nothing. Okay, so we move to connected sector. That's option 1. And then we're looking for red and blue, so we can roll our reds and blues. Let's get a little cube over here, or 2, just in case. So we've got our 2 cubes there. We're rolling red and blues. No one else, other members can assist us from other sectors. So we need spanners, so let's take our science spanner. And, oh no, only 1 die, right? So you may as well give us a red die. You've only got 1 green die, which doesn't help us in any way over here, unless it's Vanguard. So, does anyone else help? Place an outpost here. This counts as an action. Okay, I think that's fine. We're just going to roll these 3 to begin with. We don't have any other red die, so we're just going to roll these 3 to begin with. Okay, we have 1 success. What are you doing here? We have 1 success, so you can go there. That's those 2. This is a problem, so we're going to need to re-roll this. Okay, so I've got a re-roll card, so I'm going to just roll this. That's bad news. That is really, well, it's not the end of the world, but okay, now we're going to roll you. That's a pickaxe. And we're going to roll you. That's a danger. You've got one. If your sector has 2 biomes, it does, so you're going to be able to re-roll this. Okay, that's a Vanguard. So we can make that another success. So that's 2 successes. Okay. Do you have anything else that helps us here? No, not really. So we're going to put this one down here on the first box. That is you done. This comes back over here. These 2 go back in here. As does this one, I think. And you go there. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. So that was that. We now do an event card, which is, do we have one of those symbols? We do. Lose 1 supply or roll the danger die. Okay, there goes another supply. We're down to 2. Great. We could be exhausted pretty quickly. Okay. So that's that done. That's your turn done. So you do have red and blue die, so you could move there. So do you, but that's still not a huge amount. Okay, let's get you to go. We're going to roll a die for you to move. It's a bad die, that. I can re-roll any die during a dice check. Don't really want to keep spending these, but here we go. That's better, so we can move. So we will move here with you. Okay, so we're ready to do the check again. We've got a red and a blue. No, you know what? We're not going to do that. Oh, you know what? No, we haven't had to move the dust storm yet, right? We are going to put out our outpost. Place the outpost token in your sector. This counts as an action. Whenever you rest or exert in this sector, refresh 2 more. Huge. So they are your 2 turns. And now we're on to the scientist. I guess it makes sense for you to move, right? So let's just roll one of these. Okay, so you are moving over here. And then I think we're just going to prepare, which from memory is draw a card, right? Draw 1 section card or make a dice check. We have safety protocol. Move 1 die with a accident from the roll pool to the owner's spent pool. That's fine. You are done. And we should have done an extra event card. So we'll do this one first, which is, are we in any of these sectors? Yes, we are. Corrosive fumes. So this is for our engineer. A red and any other die goes in the spent pool. So, okay. And we put that one there, but we don't have to move this along. And this is for the scientist. Are we in any of these locations? Yes, we are. Just get rid of a dice entirely to gain 3 living specimen leads. Don't mind if I do. Let's get rid of this one, I think. Yeah, let's get rid of this one. So science, that goes in there. And 3 living specimen leads. Live specimen. We've got a 1. Okay. We have another 1. I don't really want a success here. I want to be able to move these to the other thing. It's another 1. Okay, great. That goes in there. These 2 go over there. That's to you. And then we take 1 of these. Okay. Let's just check I didn't have a card that could allow me to do that. Nope. Okay. Ultra rare live specimen. Ship management. When unloaded, you may discard this card to exchange 1 die in each section common with any available die in the box. Huge. Okay, we'll put that over there. That sounds like it might be important a little later on rather than now. We wouldn't mind the unique discovery roll we're here, really. I suspect that's up here, but... Okay, everyone's ready to go again, right? So let's refresh our dice. So I think we're going to rest with everyone as the first action. Maybe not you, but let's start with you. We are going to take the rest action, and the rest action here... Oh, hold on. When you place this down, you should have got rid of some dice. Okay, that's on me a bit, I think. So let's assume we didn't do that last time. Let's assume we prepared. So I'm just going to take another card. And now we'll let you go first. We're going to have you rest, so you're going to get back 4 dice. How many do you get back when you rest? Reduce the supplies track, so we're down to 1, and refresh half of your total number of dice available and in your spent pool. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 3, right? We need red and blue. So that's your rest action, and then as an action you're going to spend a red and a blue to you can spend a red and a blue to put this out. Fine. Okay. Okay. So we've still only got one supply, but you are going to be able to assist someone else. So we now need to rest. You're going to get 2 reds and blues. So I think we exert. We're going to exert with you and get rid of this one. So that's pink to get your reds and blues back. I think we just deal with this problem and then we'll maybe see if we get up there or not. Hold on. We needed to do a card, right? An event card. This is Hurricane. We are in one of these sectors. Discard every lead token from discovery decks. Each crew member may roll. Oh, let's not worry about that. We'll just get rid of this. So far, we haven't had to move the threat track of the dust storm, which we're right next to. Okay. So that's your turn done. We were doing your turn. You've recovered dice. We're going to roll. Am I going to prepare? What have we got? We've got reroll 1. Convert that to a pickaxe. I'm really annoyed that the clearing of the cave isn't a pickaxe action. We've got reroll 1 red, but you're not in the sector, but you can help from any sector. Okay, we're rolling these. You're rolling this one. You're rolling this one. Okay. Okay, so we got 2, a red and a blue, a Vanguard, which counts as that. So we just need to re-roll this red die. So we've got to re-roll a red die using our card here. That's better, right? So we have one spanner, which is a success. We have 1, 2 red and blue, so that's another success. So we just need to roll this red one, which is a danger die. Can anyone help re-roll it? During a dice check, move 1 result from the owner's spent pool to their result to their spent pool. So I can put this over here, so we don't have to deal with that. But that means we just roll this one and hope. Oh, we've used this card. Hold on. Okay, that's nothing for us. Okay, so this goes back over here. This goes back over here. They are nothing for us, and we moved this up by 2 successes already, right? So these come back down here. Not great. That's our 2 actions with you, so we have to do a event, which is a violent eruption. Do these icons match? They do. Violent eruption. Spend a red and a green or roll the danger die on a B. I don't have a red, So we are rolling a danger die. A B danger die. It is a single little pip, which is usually bad news. B, lose 1 supply. Okay, good. It's not as bad as it could have been, ultimately. Right, so you two have been. We've got you over here. Our science person is left, so let's exhaust a die. Although we've got people who are in the area who can help, actually. So let's roll these 2 reds. Let's prepare once. Before or after an action, discard 1 discovery to gain 1 discovery of any type. Don't know if I want. I do want to do that, but I don't know if I want to do that. Because it seems like changing dice could be really important. Okay, so I'm going to hold on to you. How many rerolls have I got? I do have... Oh, I'm an idiot. I have a convert to a... Oh, no, it's not mining actions that we need. We've got 1 reroll of a red. So I need 1 blue die to be lent. Let's use this one from you. Okay. We have a Vanguard, which is a success. Do we have a way? Move 1 crew member from your sector. That doesn't help. Reroll 1 red die. Okay, good. Good, good. That's your card spent. I've got barely any cards left to use. But this is a success, so that goes there. This, can we use this for anything? Don't think so. Don't think so. So that goes in there. I think because I applied this, I have to roll it. That's another Vanguard. Okay. So we could use that as a microorganism lead. Okay. Here we go. It is a 0, but +1 charge. Okay. I still don't know whether you can go over on charges. I've completely forgot about my charges, by the way. Right, this goes in here, and this goes down here. Okay, we go to log 35. This is where I find out I've done this already, but...
The cave system is long, convoluted, and filled with liquid water, but seems sadly devoid of life. The radiation counters are starting to light up the further down we go.
Replace a card in this sector with P167. You know what I completely forgot is resting and refreshing with that gets us an extra die. I don't know if I did it actually, but what did I say? P167. P167. Okay. So P167 is a murky pool. We need science and science, whatever those two, so helix and science. Waters tainted with soil may hide something worth exploring. If we move this along by 2, we get 2 microorganism leads. And if we move this along all the way to the bottom, which is a long way, we gain 1 success and go to log 52. But it's a long way. Don't know if it's worth hanging around, really. Okay, so you two go over here. We'll keep these out. And you go there. And I'll put you down here somewhere for now. Okay. That was your turn. We need to do an event card. I think we might leave, but are we in a place with one of these symbols? Yes, we are. Lose 1 supply or roll a danger die. An A danger die this time. It's blank. Nice. Okay. Okay. So that was the scientist's turn. That just leaves you. So you're going to exhaust a die. What do we need for those? I wonder if we just leave. I mean, I don't really want to. I do want to go over there, but we've got no supplies left. Maybe we stick around, try and do the microorganisms, but we're going to have to discard a die. Let's exhaust a die over here. We'll exhaust one of these red ones for you. And that means we can refresh 5 dice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, I guess. Doesn't really matter. We're going to have to discard one at the end of our turn. So that was you resting. Do you want to move? Or do we want to stay where we are? I think we leave. I can't, well, we've come this far, right? I may as well move up there and see if there's anything I can do. I'm just a little bit worried about this dust storm. Okay, let's roll a die. Might as well roll a green die, right? I don't need it. You know, yeah, no, let's roll a die. Okay, we get to move okay. That's your turn done. But now we're all in the same space. I'm a little bit worried about the event. Do we have that symbol? We do not. If no icons match, discard this card and progress the time track. Okay, now. So our defense system is completely useless with where we are, which means the dust storm is moving counter spin. Move the dust storm to the next lowest connected sector, which is over here, right? Okay. I mean, we are somewhat okay over here for the time being, but right, that was your turn. Everybody else has a turn left, but we're now in the realms of ignoring or removing dice. So we need science and helixes. Don't think we've got any of those. You have one. So let's rest with you. I'm going to get rid of a red die, I think. Let's get rid of a red die for you. And that means we can get all of these back. Now, you have one card. You can convert those into pickaxes. We don't need pickaxes. I mean, I think I just want this bottom track to go along. So I'm going to roll all of these. Since there's nothing that can stop us, I'm going to roll all of our die. Let's take one of yours. Oops, let's keep that separate. Let's take one of yours and one of yours, I guess. Okay. Right, so 1 success. 2 successes. 3 successes. Now I could have used those to get leads, but I'm less worried about it. This turns into a computer, so that doesn't help. But 4 successes, and then this. Now these don't mean anything, so do they count as successes? Can't remember. So let's roll one of these. That's a concern, and we've got to roll this one as well. Okay, that's a success. So that does get us to the end. But what do we do about these? I can't remember what they do. Bear with me 1 second. Okay, so I think in this situation, because these don't have a negative effect, I think we're okay. So let's have a think about this in a slightly different manner then. So let's bring this all the way back. We can assume that this and this were one of these successes, so we'll put that one there. These two were a success, so we'll put that one there. Then we've got 2 more successes and 1 more success, so that puts it there, which means we've still got, so 1, 2, 1, 2, so that would have been there. That's those done. Another one. And another one. So I have to use these, so I don't have any more that I can achieve. Do I have anything that allows me to make those another Vanguard? It doesn't look like it. So I think we just get to go to log 52. Now I've got to try and figure out whose dice was what. Okay. These I think were all yours. That one I think was yours, and that one goes there. Let's just check. No. So whose dice was this? Maybe yours? Yeah. Okay. It's a bit of a mess. We'll figure this out when we get to the end. Okay, so we gain 1 success and go to log 52.
Away team, exploration report 29C.
The water is denser than it should be. It contains significant quantities of unusually stable tritium. Its presence diminishes the possibility of finding life here. However, we've gathered water and mineral samples that may hide the secret to stabilizing radioactive isotopes. Apart from this discovery, if we install water purifiers and oxygen extractors, this place would make for a good resupply station.
Okay, I've got this wrong somehow. Green die, red die. You've got 2 green. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out whose dice I've messed up here. So you've discarded a green die. I've definitely messed someone's dice up here. Not that it matters too much, but the other thing I noticed, and I think I'm just an idiot for this, is I'm pretty sure I should be discarding the dice checks when I'm moving, and I haven't been doing that. Sorry, yeah, so I think I should be discarding the red dice when I, the dice checks when I move, and I haven't been doing that because that's the symbol for dice check, right? What did we say? The water is denser here. It contains significant quantities. Apart from its discovery, if we install water purifiers and oxygen extractors, this place would make for a good resupply station. Gain 1 mineral discovery and replace POI with 168. 1 mineral discovery is not a lead, right? So we just take it. It's veiny impactite. When unloaded, you may discard this card to draw 1 random microorganism. Okay, we needed that earlier, didn't we? Okay, 168. We're going to have even more to do over here. $168, we can get you over here. Now 168 is radioactive pool. Make use of the water. Gain 1 supply. If we do a mining and science, gain 1 supply. Place card P001 on top of this card. Gain an exhausted injury if we do a check and don't succeed. Okay, that's that. This goes back over here. Okay. Anything else? No. Right. So whose turn was that? I think it was your turn, which means we need an event, which is bombardment. Are we in a place with this symbol? We are not. So we have to move the time track, which means you go up to here. Gale. So Gale, what was Gale? Each crew member in the sector with the dust storm gets rid of dice. We're not in that situation. Then spin clockwise. Clockwise spin. Move the dust storm to the highest numbered connected sector. So the highest numbered connected sector is back to the 4, right? Because we're not connected. Okay, and then another gale. So we're okay in this situation, I think. Okay. So do we want to gain supply? There's no point in us gaining supplies, right? However, to get over here, there is a path. We cannot go that way. No, we cannot go that way. So we'd have to come back the long way round, which I don't feel like I want to do. I think it's time for us to leave. We are going to use our crew quarters. Crew members in sectors connected to the lander sector or in the lander sector refresh all of their dice. So we'll do that. So we'll put that there, say we've used it. So we all get to refresh all of our dice, which is nice. I've got no idea if these are the right dice for the right people anymore, but we're going to change our die at the end of this anyway, so, or some of them, I think. Okay, you go there. You go there. You go here and here. I mean, I would like one more mineral lead thing. This can't be right. You shouldn't have 2 of these. This should be over here. I'm pretty sure of that. Okay. And then you get your red die back and this back. Now, do I want to try and move? If I do, I've then got to go round through the storm. It's a long way back. But we would get up here. So maybe we do. Now we're in a reasonable place, right? Okay, it's your turn. Here's what we're going to do. We are going to use, before or after an action, move 1 crew member from your sector to a connected sector. Let's move you over here using our card for you. Let's move you over here, discarding a die. I don't know which one, this one. You are an assisting crew member, draw a sector card. That's our 2 actions for you, so we'll turn this over and do an event. Are we in a place with this symbol? We're not, so we have to move the we have to move this along one, which is clockwise spin. We're in trouble here. Clockwise spin is move dust storm to the highest numbered connected sector. Oh, this is bad news. And then gale, which is each crew member in this sector with a dust storm discards 3 dice. Oh my goodness. Sorry about bringing you over here and then getting you in all sorts of trouble. Is there anything we can do to stop that? I don't know if there is. Oh, hold on. Didn't we have a thing? No. We need the defense thing. Okay. That's us done. The bad news is the next time this goes again is we're going to have that same situation and you're not going to be able to do it. Okay. Well, I think what we do is we just move and hope for the best here. Because these guys are in trouble. Okay. We are going to, I guess, move with you. We're going to have to discard a die to move here. And then we have to do a roll on the... Oh, I should have been moving this along. Where I think we're on about 3. Okay. Yeah, we're on 3. Replace with a random GO3 card. Okay, we'll do that in a second. You are going to have to move. You're going to roll a die. And we're looking for nothing. Not an accident. Okay, great. So who was I moving? The engineer was who I was moving. So not this one. You go here and then go here. Okay. Log 6. I think we've been here before, but...
This is the away team. We're about to enter the fissures on the largest active volcano in the area. We're detecting abnormal seismic patterns. There are also layers of magnetic compounds scattered all over the mountainside. Expect radio interruptions.
Copy that, away team. If you don't make contact in an hour, we're sending in a rescue team.
I feel like I've been here before. Are you on Brimstone? Yes.
Read this? We're...
Say again, Team 1. We are losing your signal.
We're back inside the mountain. The recent eruption unearthed something here. We found... There's also some sort of a probe embedded in the large magma reservoir. Extraction is possible, but risky. Please advise.
It's your call, Team 1. Our Xeno section is dying to get their hands on this thing. But
wait.
If you think it's too risky...
Is this the Behemoth again? Place card 166 in this sector. Is this the Behemoth again? Is this why I'm in trouble? 166. I get the feeling this might be where the Behemoth came from. Retrieve the probe. Okay. So to retrieve the probe, we have to roll a danger die with our check. And if we get a wrench and a science, we gain 2 successes and 1 alien tech discovery. And replace this with card PO75. Now I'm pretty sure, I'm just going to have a look at PO75. I'm pretty sure I've already done this. PO75 feels like a very generic one as well, right? Where is it? PO75. Treacherous campsite, yeah. So if we go through this, we get to the treacherous campsite. We'll just carry on then. So, if we don't get the probe, nothing happens. And the probe is just 1 alien tech. But we go to log 3. Okay. Well, that's your turn. We're going to have to turn this over, which is bad news. Are we in a place with that symbol? We are not. Sudden cave-in. Lose 2 supplies or roll the danger die. I do not have 2 of those dice, so I'm going to have to roll the danger die. It's a blank. Okay. That does mean... oh, no, hold on. I did the wrong thing, right? We moved the track up. So you go there, you go there. This is bad news. Gale. So you guys have to lose your dice. So that's all of those. And you can't do it, so you have to exhaust a die. Let's get rid of this blue one, I guess. Okay. And then I have to spend these, right? So that would be that. Is that right? Got rid of a blue one. Yeah, that would be that. Okay. Oh no, you'd need to be over there as well. Okay, so that's that done. Now it's your turn. Do I want to head over? You've got reds and blues, so I do really want to head over there. Oh, hold on, we haven't finished. Counter spin, which is move to the lowest connected number. So you're going back up here. So you're going to go back over here at least. But we've still got to run through it, which is bad news. You're going to move, so you're going to discard a die. Let's get rid of one of these greens. Then you're going to move here, which is roll a die. Let's roll another green, shall we? It's a science thingy. That's all okay. Can I do anything with that? No. That's the end of your turn. And we draw an event. It is... Are we in a sector there? We are not. Progress the time track. So replace this with Geo3. A random Geo3. Remember when I said this was going to be quick? Okay, these are all the Geo3s. I mean, we just want to get out of here after this, right? Okay, Geo3. It is this one, which is low visibility. It's going to cost us a compass or 2 dice to move to a connected sector, or we just have to spend a die. How does that work? Maybe I wasn't right about spending the die. Now I'm not sure. Okay, bear with me. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. So I was being an idiot. You do a dice check, and you either have the symbol or you get rid of the 2 dice, right? Sorry, you roll 2 dice. If you don't get the symbol, or if you don't roll 2 dice, you have to discard a die, I think is what that's telling us. Spend a die. That doesn't make sense though, right? To me? Hold on. Okay, I am so sorry about that. I was trying to remember how dice checks work, and then I got interrupted. Now I'm back. Right, I don't think we'd put any time tracks on here, but I was desperately trying to remember how this works. So obviously we've got, if you get a compass, you can move. If you roll 2 die of any colours, you can move. And I was like, well, why would you ever fail? I don't understand, because I was like, you have to roll 2 dice to make that check. But you obviously don't. You can roll 0 dice, in which case you'll always get this bottom result. 1 die and get a compass, you'll succeed. 1 die without a compass, you won't succeed. 2 dice of any colours, you will succeed. There's no accident marker on here, so we can move freely. I have no idea whose turn it is. I feel like it was you moving, and I feel like I need to roll 2 dice to make you move. So I'm just going to do this. We got those 2 successes. I think that's us done. We now do an event card. I might be wrong, but we'll take it from there. Do we have this symbol? We do not. So we have to move the time track. So this one goes here, and you are going over there, right? Counter spin, which is you going to the lowest number. We want to get these 2 people out of the way. Okay. Okay. So we've got 1 card as our scout, which is going to allow us to move anyone from this sector. So I'm going to move you up here to get us out of the way of this damn storm. Now, we could have gone down here, actually. Is there a benefit to that? Maybe. Let's just check I am doing this right. So counter spin moves you to the lowest number. So let's treat you as though you were here. This moves you to the lowest number. Then clockwise spin, a gale, then a clockwise spin, which moves you to the highest number connected, which is definitely this one. Then a clockwise spin again, which moves you to this one. Then a counter spin, which moves you back to this one, right? Okay. So you're doing your counter spin, which is down here. Do we want to move people down here? So we've got 2 reds and a blue. We are going to run out of dice soon. 2 reds and a blue to do that. Maybe we send people down here. So maybe I'll send you down here and I'll travel down here as well. How about that? Okay, so when I travel I have to roll the danger die. It's a single symbol and it's an A, which is... No, it's the double A, which is gain a wounded injury. Now, did I have a way of stopping that? I feel like I did. No, you are getting a wounded injury, which is here, which is you. So I'm just going to tuck this here, I guess. I completely forgot about my charges. Okay, so you are getting a wounded injury, so we'll put this up here. I need to check with dice, with injury dice. Do I always roll them on every check? I forgot to check that. Bear with. Okay, so injury dice always rolled regardless of the column they are in. Okay, so we've got our first wounded injury. We have moved here for 1, so that's 1 action. Now, we need blue and red die to be able to do this check. Sorry, blue and green die to do this check. We have to roll the danger die with it, and we can examine the leaf. So I am going to take a section card, I think, for my action. Okay, good. Now it's the science person's turn, right? I think I'm saying that you guys are done. Let's do an event. Are we at a place with any of these symbols? Yes, we are. Suit puncture, oh good. A green and a blue die or gain a wounded injury. Oh, crap. Okay, that's our second injury. Good, good, good. So hold on, if I put this here, then we're okay, but we need to get rid of one of these. So let's get rid of you. Okay, we should have got out of here when we had the chance, right? Okay, so that's you done. We're on to the scientist's turn. We may as well do a check while we're here, but first we need to rest. So let's exhaust a die. Let's get rid of one of these red ones. Okay, so you're coming back over here. We get 5 back, so you come back over here, you come back over here, you and you. Right. Now, so you have to roll the injury die. You are going to be rolling, if we get the 2 successes, so if we roll you definitely, we don't have a helix, but we can roll, we can get those symbols. Don't see how there's any way I do this at all. So if I roll all of these, and you're here, so you roll those. Crew members in your sector may assist using any number of cards. We've only got 1. So I think the first thing I'm going to do, is prepare to get these back. Then I'm going to roll these dice, right? Okay. Did I just steal a die from someone? I can't remember. Oh well, let's just roll all of these. Okay, so I can spend 1 charge to change this to anything. So let's do that to begin with. Right, so we have 1 Vanguard, so that would move us up on this success track. We have another Vanguard, which I can convert. I can just give myself another success, right? So that's that done. Oh, I don't know why I'm using 2 cubes, but I am. And then, what did we need? We needed a science and a helix. I can turn those into helixes. I do not have a science, which is unfortunate. How am I rolling so many dice? Was I rolling all of these dice? I've got myself very confused now. Gonna have to put a pause in and check all of these things. I need like individual dice trays, really. Okay, so we've got 2 successes. I can convert 1 into one of these, but I don't need one of these because I've already got 1. I can re-roll a green die, but I need it to be a Vanguard, right? Which feels unlikely. Have I got anything else? What about you? I mean, I wonder if our best option is trying to get 2 successes with that. So I can re-roll a green die. Well, let's do that. That is still nothing. Oh, but but that's different, right? That would move us along 2 on this one. That would move us to there. Okay. Is that the best I can do? I think it probably is. And then I need to figure out whose dice is what. Is there anything else I can do? Oh, hold on. During a dice check, I can use this to give myself 1, and I can convert that into 1. That is the 3rd success. So this one allows us to do a helix. Okay. That is good news, because that would have been terrible. Right. Whose dice did I use? You get one of these back. You have one of those. See, this is the problem. I've now got too many of these dice. I don't know whose is whose. I'm going to have to put a pause in and figure out what is going on. That would have been yours. That would have been yours. I think this was yours. That's yours. That's yours. Oh no, these need to go over here. Alright, I'm going to quickly put a pause in and see if I can fix these dice. Okay, I've got some real bad news. We have managed to get everyone back here, but I forgot to unpause the video. I am so sorry. Rather than do it all again, let me show you let me talk you through what happened. Obviously, we had a couple of people up here, a couple of people here, and we were down to the bare bones of injuries. The good news is that we sort of moved our people over this way, discarding dice and exhausting dice and doing all of those things. The plus point is that when we had a couple of people here, this doesn't do anything. So this could have wiped out a couple of people, getting us more injuries, but it didn't. It came back here, and I was like, that was curtains. We are in trouble. But it didn't trigger. It triggered the gale here, but we had just enough die to get an exhausted injury over here, and then another one here, and we picked up one here. But we were just fortunate enough with where it triggered and what events came out. I thought it was curtains. There was one event that came out, which was this one, when we were in this space, which was if no icons match, move the time track. That would have moved that along to the end, and that would have moved it along, and we would have been in serious trouble. But because it didn't, we got out essentially. Otherwise, we'd have had a dead, another injury, and that would have put us up to 3 on 2 of these. I am so sorry, but yeah, it was kind of a migration thing. The other thing that happened is, because the time track ended, we got this easier to move card, but you can see we got right to the end of that, about to get another one. But yeah, eventually we made it all down here, and that was it. We then managed to scoot off, but you can see most of our people are down to the bare minimum dice, which meant every time we had to exhaust, we had to get a new dice. It's only the fact that this card changed really to be 1 die rather than 2 that we were able to make it. The other thing that happened is we had to roll the danger die a few times to do a check, but they were all on our scientist who had the charges to move them. I'm so sorry you missed the end of that. It was quite exciting, but it was really just the mechanism of moving out, so you didn't miss a huge amount. I have gone through most of the clear-up phase. No one is wounded. Well, these guys are wounded, but they're not gravely wounded, so we don't need to roll any critical injury checks or anything, so they're going to go in the the moderately wounded section of the board. And I was just counting up our success tokens. We are going to buy 1 new dice for each member of our crew. And then next time we'll pick up from the main phase. I am so sorry that I didn't record the last bit, because it was kind of the climax and it was actually quite interesting. But I mean, all it was is us migrating back really and being quite close to the situation. I am really, really sorry about that. We'll pick up next time, and I'm hoping that next time this should be the last mission where we can't figure out how to move the story forward, because we've now got that card which we're going to put in our bridge, which should tell us what to do next. So hopefully we can figure that out. But I'll clear all of this up. We'll be back with another episode. I really do appreciate you watching. I'm so sorry you missed the ending. I do really apologize. Yeah, we made it out with everybody alive just, and we've taken down the Aggregator Behemoth. Is that what it's called? So yeah, big a big step forward in at least achieving a secondary objective, even though we haven't been able to move the first objective forward. If you want to watch the next episode now, I promise I'll record the whole thing, then please go and check out YouTube Members, where we have early access on every single video that we upload. And this has been quite stop-start, so I will just talk through what's happened with ISS Vanguard. I started playing it, I played 3 or 4 missions in a row, and it felt like it was going fairly well. And then I had to take a break from it for about 3 or 4 weeks, and it feels like everything I learned just sort of went out the window. I went through the user manual again, the rules book, but some of these things because there's so many games, they just don't quite sink in. I think I'm old, right? And they just don't quite sink in, and I'll be reading stuff and I'm like, that's not quite how I thought it worked. The other thing we have is this card here, which is when unloaded, you may discard any card to exchange. Discard this card to exchange 1 die in each section compartment with another dice available. And this one, when unloaded, you may discard this card to draw 1 random microorganism discovery. So if we need any of those, we can do that. I do think we need a microorganism. We've got some minerals, so I think let's do that now, just so we've done it. Okay, we got a mold-covered object. When unloaded, you may discard this card to draw 1 random type of discovery. Can we get the unique one? Probably not. Okay, so that's that done. There are items, and then we'll probably do this to we'll do the same thing here. When unloaded, you may discard this card to draw a random alien tech, which I know we also need. This one is a solid superconductor. When unloaded, you may discard this to gain 2 energy. We don't want to do that. We're going to keep that one. We're going to get rid of this one to change some dice out if we want to, and we'll do the rest. We'll clear all of this up. We'll be back with another episode. Thank you so much for watching. Again, apologies for missing the end, but I will see you all next time, I hope.